What's up, guys? Getting a little start early here. I know I didn't do the pre-roll, whatever. But just in this little inversion 5 minute fair value gap on the euro contract, euro futures. Obviously expecting higher prices after the interest rate decision here. This is a very simple, basic setup of just seeing price dip lower under old lows, and if I'm bullish, which I am, I'm waiting for PD arrays to be violated. This bullish 5 minute candle was violated. This fair value gap was violated. This fair value gap was violated. There's a tiny one right here. I just combined these two fair value gaps. Once I got a body candle closure above those fair value gaps, I entered on a retest of that fair value gap. So basically, as this candle closed and it came back down into this inverted fair value gap, I put a market order. I'm risking 1/3%. And I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me get back. Where is? We are trading the Top Step account. And we're at 1.3% currently. So yesterday, I did trade post FOMC, and the account went back down to break even, which wasn't a big deal. And then last night, I traded oil last night. These two positions right here. Again, very simply, this was after it had ripped higher. I was expecting a little retrace back down into this. This is a gap, a daily gap from the close of yesterday to the open. I was expecting a pullback into that gap. And so as I saw a break of structure here, the very next break of structure left a fair value gap, just entered and took it down into this area. Did get a 1 to 2 on that. And then right after, on this 15-minute time frame, right after that, this fair value gap right here was violated, and on going back up, and so I got back in on a retest of this inverted fair value gap right there, and pulled that back. So I went to bed last night having pulled the account back up to 1.2%, and so now we got up this morning, and then just quickly see this inverted fair value gap here on the 5 minute time frame, which is in line with our higher time frame bias after the FOMC interest rate decision to cut rates next year pretty aggressively. Should see some dollar weakness, should see some euro strength. Well, really all foreigns should strengthen pretty aggressively against the dollar, I would think, at least for this week and going into the rest of the year. I would probably be pretty bearish on the dollar. It's going to weaken significantly with rate cuts coming in the future for 2024. So we're just looking here. We're just looking here at this 5 minute fair value gap. So if we can take out this high, I will move to break even. It's a 1 to 2. So we'll see how it plays out. So 30-minute candle's about to close here. This 30-minute, wow, that opened and dropped aggressively, and there goes that. That was fun. That was fun. Good times. Lost the 30%. Back, we're still at just 1%. For 5 minute fair value gap was trashed. There was some euro dollar news some dollar news. The retail sales. That's what it was. Retail sales. This will probably just be a liquidity grab here. This is not. Should have had my stop underneath there. Well, there you go. Retail sales. This is not going to push the dollar aggressively down. Any retracements, any runs below the lows here, and we should be buyers on euro dollar and pound dollar. All right, let me jump over. I know that there's some stuff going on in the chat. I didn't get to read it all quickly when I got on here, but why is this not working? Come on. Here we go. Hold on a second. Guess it would help if I moved the mic over in front of my face, wouldn't it? Rookie mistakes. All right. John says, first likes like it. Of course. Thanks, John. Just remember, during group coaching on Top Step TV, I mentioned in the chat how I come onto your stream and talk about how good Top Step and Top Step TV is, so much so that you've switched from ATEX to Top Step. I didn't mention how I probably annoyed you into doing it, which may or may not be true. The hosts, Eddie, John, and Andre, said they would like for you to contact Top Step as they would be interested in having you on. Oh, cool. Nice, yeah. Maybe we'll do that. Actually, John, it didn't say you liked it, so I've got the first like today. Yeah, we just jumped right in. No pre-roll this morning. Can't stay long today at the office and lunch break almost over. No worries, dude. Stay as long as you can. I'm not going to be long today either. I will also be doing a pretty short stream today, I think. So yeah, I've got some other stuff in my job this morning that I'm gonna have to get to again. So I work at a church, and Christmas is obviously, big, huge time of the year for us at church with Jesus and all. Christmas. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, and so I've got to get in there pretty early today. So I won't be on the stream very long today. Let's go look at oil. Oil just ripped higher all night. Man, what a trade that would have been had I held that position there. This actually got triggered in after I went to bed. You can see this was around 11:30 when I put that order in. Went to bed. It got triggered in after midnight and then hit TP around 1 a.m. But geez, what a rip that would have been. My Lord. 1 to 14 right now. If I just hold. Come on, there we go. So oil is obviously digging higher. It's been in quite a bearish downtrend, really since the end of October. We left all of these swing lows in place underneath here. So I'm not sure the bearish rally is done. I mean, the bearish drop is done, and this could just be, obviously, if we make a new high for the week, which would be Monday's high, that would be not great for oil, and could be signaling a reversal there. Coming up into this order block would be where I would be wanting to see what does price want to do there, because we've rebalanced now this massive drop with this big push up overnight. And you can see if you go to regular trading hours, quite the gap. Oil has a lot of gaps. I mean, it is what it does. So this is what it does. It has big old gaps. But, I mean, we've been bullish all the way through London. I would anticipate that to continue. So any pullbacks that I would get continue the trend, at least on these lower time frames here, as it reaches up for potentially to make a new weekly high up here. I would be just riding the trend. So look for opportunities to buy. So for me, that would mean I would want to see a rate of liquidity. So some kind of run on sell side. Potentially just underneath a low, maybe create a fair value gap and then displace above that fair value gap, maybe retest that fair value gap, something like that. Like here we got a run of liquidity, right? And you go up to this body candle close, or an old order block being broken. Beautiful little breaker block here, last up close candle. Run liquidity displaced through, fair value gap inside of that breaker on the 10-minute time frame. Nice little breaker entry. So we'll see if we get a chance to get in something here in the next 45 minutes while I'm on the stream. Otherwise, probably won't. Gold is ripping lower below some sell side liquidity here. So now we might have a chance to buy some gold. Maybe find a scalping opportunity here. Obviously very large fair value gap here. If you get a body candle closure above, you could either wait for it to come back into it, or you could just take a entry and a close below that, or just somewhere down here, and you would be aiming for the most recent, probably 15-minute high there. Doesn't even have to make a new high for the day. You still get over 1-to-1, depending on how aggressively you place your stop. So we'll watch that. What's up, Gareth? What's up, Mr. Alfie? Welcome in, guys. Glad y'all are here. Dunamis, what's going on? Short stream because you got to catch Top Step TV. No, I'm not going to have time to get on Top Step today, sadly. Beeswax, what's going on? Big tick energy on oil. It definitely has some big tick energy going on, for sure. It is just ripping. All right, Cisco, man. See you tomorrow, hopefully. We'll be doing our giveaway tomorrow, so if you can come back on. Euro, pound. Oh, man. What's NQ doing? Did it jump? No, it did not. So NQ is kind of waiting on, expecting higher prices on NAS and NQ and ES today. 5-minute break above that fair value gap. Running liquidity. If we get a closure above, you can see its respected price to send it lower. So if it violates this, would be a good signal. Body closure above this 5-minute candle would be a good signal that we're ready to resume the uptrend here. So we'll see how that goes. ES has already violated its comparable 5-minute fair value gap on the last 5 minutes. So perhaps, and we've got some SMT. So you can see here, SMT, ES not taking out this low, and NQ taking out the low here. So potentially ES is going to be stronger, which means you could look at a run of this here, and you could just do a 1-to-2. It would make a new high for the day, but it would be a new high for the week. Wouldn't be surprising there. Don't run a risk 1250. More like, let's do 300. 5 would be 250, is that right? What's 4? 4 is 300. Why is it changing depending on the number I'm putting in? $700 is 9. All right, so let's just do. Can I do 350? Sure. Oh, that's where it would be. See, I wanted it to be. That's not what I want. So it's probably going to be more like 1. Or 2. 2's 0.5%. Also, maybe trying to get a scalp here on gold. If we get, again, a 1 minute body closure above this, we could look for an opportunity to go back to these highs up here. Waiting for a 5 minute close on NQ here. Waiting for a 1 minute close on gold above here, which we'll see. We might be able to get that. Risking put a buy limit on gold here, see if we can get a quick scalp on that. Still have this ES 5 minute. It's just ripping up. So I'm going to cancel that. Maybe we can get in on the NQ side here instead. Potentially. And this one you could probably hold for a new high of the day here. Go ahead and put that in. That's only 270, it's fine. But if you could make a new high of the day, that'd be 930 there. Gold did not get triggered in yet. ES is canceled. NQ just may get. We'll see if it gets. We'll see if it wants to come back down into that. New 15-minute candle just opened. Only risking 0.25% on the NAS trade, since we've got not quite 0.5% risk here on the gold trade if it gets triggered. All right, we just got in on NQ, got tapped in. And really the stop here, I've seen this inverted traded in different ways, is you have a hard stop either underneath the fair value gap, or really you could wait for a body candle close. Like you don't set a stop and you just put a body candle close back below that fair value gap would be your sell stop. So, I could drag this down a little bit and then wait for, because it could wick under and then pull back up. So that's kind of what a couple different ways to trade the inversion there. NQ fluctuates. You're talking about NQ fluctuating badly while at the same time trading gold. Pot kettle black, right? Come on, bro. Very clean SMT. We ran the lows on NQ, and we did not run the lows on ES. ES ripping higher here. Definitely the stronger pair. But nice clean inverted fair value gap. We'll see if we can. I think if we can get up into this area, I'd probably move to break even there. Gold doesn't look like it wants to come back to our entry. It may still. Gold will fluctuate, and it could give us a rip down into that and tap us in before it runs up. So we'll see. I'm already in two positions, so I probably wouldn't take this, but this 5-minute fair value gap inversion, if it closes back above it here, body candle close below or above that on, this is the pound futures contracts. This would be correlated to pound dollar. It could potentially, if you get a body candle close above that fair value gap and violating it, could be time to rip higher there on pound. This is the one that we got ripped on. If my stop been down here, probably still would have gotten stopped out on that drop, but unfortunately, not a really good clean anything right there on the Euro futures. Gold just leaving without us here. Clean 2-minute, pretty clean 3-minute. What's up, Partha? Welcome in, man. What's up, Red? Still in this NQ scalp here off of a 5-minute inverted fair value gap. This fair value gap was holding price down, sent us lower into a rate of liquidity. So this fair value gap sent us lower. So it's just kind of it's a form of a breaker. An inverted fair value gap is basically a form of a breaker. You take the fair value gap where it was respected, it sends price lower, runs liquidity. Once it displaces back up through it, this becomes your breaker basically. Your inverted fair value gap becomes your breaker. So you're looking for a retest of that. And then the price should stay above that. A close below that would tell you that this is, we're just chopping here and it could go lower still. ES still ripping up. NQ not quite as strong this morning to follow suit. did get a body candle close above there on pound dollar or pound futures, you could look at something like this. I would probably keep it down here because there's a big fair value gap down here. But you could just set it underneath the candle that created the fair value gaps. Either target the most recent high for a quick 1-to-1 scalp, or maybe go to break even and let it run for a little bit to 1-to-2, potentially, or 1.5. Brad, got to go. Got to see you later, man. Hey, pump up that Venator stream over there on Top Step. Let's go. It could, man. It could. It ripped so hard yesterday. You could just get a consolidation today. We'll see. I got a quarter percent risk here on this right now. A lot of times after you get massive move days, the following day is your kind of consolidation, just to kind of catch its breath, so to speak. Sometimes, but we'll see. I mean, it's already pulled back in and rebalanced this. You're getting a pretty good strong rejection here as we close out the 8 o'clock hour off of grabbing those lows. And again, you can see NQ grabbed this low and ES did not grab that low. So, but you could also say on the other side, ES is grabbing the high and NQ isn't coming anywhere near the high. So, you know, it depends on, we're in a bullish order flow. So you would think that price would want to respect the bullish order flow SMT, meaning NQ grabbed liquidity so that it can make a new high. ES has already made the high and could just keep ripping up. So, I mean, thinking that it could pull back down into the massive drop and all of this rip run up, but trying to call a top, not the wisest thing to do either, and when it's ripping like that. So I'm just going to try to stay with the overall higher time frame trend. We have SMT and we've got a 5-minute fair value gap inversion coming into the 9 o'clock hour. We'll see how it plays out. Again, I've only got a 0.25% risk on this, so I'm not. I mean, not that you changed, not that you should care too much either way, but you know, if it works, great, make another 1%. If it doesn't, I'm only down a quarter from the all-time high. Unfortunate, we got that body candle close above and could not get a retest of that. Gold, again, but gold wicks, so, you know, you could get these big candles down and then go from there. So you can see price respecting this 5-minute inverted fair value gap, how it pushed as a bearish PD array, it pushed price lower. As a bullish PD array, it's respecting price now a couple of different times and pushing price higher. So oil just is unrelenting. ES is unrelenting. NQ will hopefully follow suit here and make a new high of the day. If we can get up, let's see, what is this, 54, so. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd probably go to break even back up in here somewhere. Somewhere maybe around this small little volume imbalance, I'd probably move to break even here if we can reach up that high. take the risk off and wait and see. If gold takes out that liquidity, then I'll probably just kill that. Just a tick away from getting in on that move on gold. Can't catch them all. Can't catch them all. I don't know if anybody took the pound dollar trade that I just called out about 5 minutes ago, but it just is about to hit a TP at a 1.3, or you could be at break even and then let that run. But that's a beautiful little scalp right there. What a beautiful little scalp on pound. Called out live right here. Don't know if anybody capitalized on that, but hopefully you did. Nice little winner. I didn't take this because I had already gotten in on NQ and gold was also about to get triggered, so I did not take that setup, but that was a really nice setup for a quick either 1.3 or you could be holding still. So that was our chance to get back in that drop on gold. So I'll probably will be canceling this. You now have a 15-minute fair value gap inversion right here. So if it comes back down, you would anticipate that fair value gap holding, and that would mean our entry probably wouldn't get tapped anyway. So go ahead and take that off. Gold, the gold buys have been taken off, and now we'll wait for something else. Our NQ entry is doing well. Up about 1R. We're risking about 250, so we're up just about 1R right now. Like I said, if we can take out these highs, get up into this little volume imbalance, I'll take the risk off and move to break even there. And I'm probably going to be able to stay on about another 15 minutes or so here, guys, and then we'll probably have to call it a day. We will be doing our 10K giveaway to end the week tomorrow from Bespoke Funding. We'll do it a 10K giveaway from Bespoke. So we'll see how that all plays out. All right, into the 9 o'clock hour here, the start of the 9 o'clock hour. That hourly candle closed bullish with heavy rejection after grabbing liquidity. I would not anticipate lower price action aggressively from this point. I would think the market is going to want to rip higher here. So we'll get a wick, bottom wick put in here as the 9 o'clock hour opens, and then put in a top wick. The open, for if you're thinking hourly candle here, you're thinking this is going to open, put in a bottom wick, potentially into this bearish candle here, and then come up. What's up, Risk Flare? Welcome in. Glad you're back, buddy. All right. That pound dollar trade I called is at 1.85. Again, depending on where you put your stop, it may be even tighter than that. I don't know. Did anybody take the GU trade that I called out on that 5-minute inversion? Easy money right there. I had a gold open order and NQ was already triggered in, so I did not place another limit order there, but that was obviously a great setup. And Euro also ripped higher. We got wicked out before it ran up, but the highest like ratio to viewers, that's awesome. 100% likes. That's what kind of value we provide here on the Venator stream. 100% likes. If you watch this, you're gonna love it. Guaranteed. Watch how price reacts off of this area right here. If we get a pullback into that. Unless you are Sebastian. Y'all, I got another message from Sebastian the other day. Oh boy, I got a direct message from him, and man, I wish John and Cisco were here to hear this because they would love it. It was pretty epic. Let me just see it. I'll read it to you because it's just one massive run-on sentence. Okay. So he messages me on the Discord direct message, and he says, you have a $1,500 to make me back on my life. Have you, minus $10 or 24 cents, try to buy anything for your family? Period. Next sentence. That was the first sentence. Next sentence. It's not possible, but me a challenge or send me some seed capital. Period. Not a bad sentence. Next sentence. This is my word. I will give my commitment. I never leave it. I will return it to you in my first ever payout or take my passport. I need to pledge. Period. You can't help trust anyone. Charity is not what I asked you. Had you listened to my actual intent was pure reflection of what you show set up to guys who speak a different language. So what you not seen before is faulty, incomplete logic of life. Oxygen. Yes, the word oxygen. Also, you never seen before. Just because if you've never seen oxygen, maybe then by chance someday don't stop trusting oxygen. Its character is pure intelligence. It is good for your life. Help me as brother you never had. It's called karma beyond perception. It's good things you do come back manifold. Feel more one day it takes to say a yes, no will end life. Take me to USA. Brad, I'm not racist. That's how he ends this. Brad, I'm not racist. What in the world, man? Seriously, what in the world? All right, we're getting up into my break-even position there. I'd like to see some displacement through that. What is that? Risk Flare. This is a guy. He's from India, and obviously he does not speak English, but he would just spam me with these massive, long direct messages, and then he came on the stream and made no sense and was getting mad at everybody for telling him to stop asking me for money. But he just asks me for money or free challenges all the time. But he does it in these like huge block text direct messages that are complete run-on sentences that make absolutely no logical sense, begging me for money all the time. So it's pretty entertaining. It's pretty entertaining. Gold making a new high for the day off of that inverted fair value gap. We just could not get it. We couldn't get tapped in on that entry, unfortunately. NQ came up into that volume imbalance and rejected off of it. I would like to move to break even. If we could get up above that, I'll take the risk off here. Yeah, it is pretty incredible. Maybe I'll read it tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow on the stream to read Sebastian's text, everybody. Maybe I'll message him back and tell him that we're doing an account giveaway tomorrow, and maybe he'll come back on the stream. I don't want to do it just to make fun of the guy, but because that's just mean. All right, guys, I got about 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to have to bail. EU coming back down into the wick to body of this order block right here. We'll see how it responds off of that. Right down to almost 50% of that into that fair value gap, which is also a breaker. Last up close candles, run sell side liquidity, displays through fair value gap, breaker, entry. See if it holds up. Pound trade, still ripping up. Let's see, 1 to 2, basically 1 to 2 almost right now. Can't believe nobody took that. Guys. Was that Bastion? Yeah. No, that was Mr. Alfie. That was Bastion. That was Sebastian. When he was in here, he called himself Idis. Or, well, he changed his name. He was Sebastian and then Idis. It was the same guy. He's changed his name a couple times. But in my direct messages, it's the same. But it's pretty obvious when he comes on. I mean, he can't really hide it. Doesn't matter if he changes his name. As soon as he starts talking to people and saying things, it's pretty obvious. Oh. Could not get a close above that volume imbalance there. Hey, Maggie. All right, go lay down. Go lay down. Coming back down into that 5-minute inverted fair value gap here. First 15 minutes coming to a close. Monday's high on oil here in place. I mean, I keep waiting. I keep wanting it to come down. Just give some kind of pullback there to get in, reprice some of those fair value gaps, but nothing. Just low resistance liquidity run all through this area. It's up into that order block right now. So the actual high of the week is right there. Put that on. Five-minute fair value gap inversion being retested one more time. The all-time highs on NAS are just up here. Could get there today or tomorrow. $15-minute candle closure coming in here. New 15-minute candle just opened. We'll see how well this 5-minute inversion price gap here wants to, how strong it wants to be. Held price down, and now it's held price up. Getting retested multiple times here. Right in the middle of that range. And I'm going to have to get off. I'm probably not going to be able to watch the conclusion of this trade play out on the stream here. So, all right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and call it there for right now. We'll be back tomorrow with our 10K account giveaway from Bespoke Funding tomorrow on the stream. So tune in for that. I'll put on Discord and Twitter when we're doing that. But same time tomorrow, 8:30 New York time, will be live. So hopefully you guys can be back with us. So you guys have a great day. Stay safe, happy hunting, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow. See you guys.